Hello, good morning once again. I see many of you have joined, and we are happy to see so many people. And this is a very important session. So, from our side, we have been sending quite a few reminders so that you don't forget about this particular thing. So, this is why it is important. As you see, today's in the marketplace, the digital thing has become very important, especially the mobile devices. So most of our time, eyeballs are all glued to the mobile screen. And not only that, it is glued to that. Whatever we require, whatever queries that we have, we just search there and inquire whatever we need. So here, basically, when it comes to the preschool, that's the same way it goes. So people will look for a preschool, and then through the mobile screen, the information should be available to them. Now, when we talk about the mobile screen, the information to be available, yeah, of course, there are so many things. So that is what we wanted to cover in this. That is what is the today's agenda. That is what we wanted to cover today. And most of the things you know, but again, uh, the way we know it, but the actual depth of activity is much more. So if we have to do a good job, we have to really understand the depth of the activity and do the activity properly. So here today, what we are going to do is that we are going to cover about our Google My Business, which all of you know, and it is very, very critical. I think that by far it is the most critical one as far as the discoverability of your center is concerned. So this is very important, and here lot of work has to be done. And for that, what is that lot of work and what kind of help is required from your side? All these things we'll discuss. Then again, the Google My Business, it is again connected with the web page. Because if you do not have the sound website kind of a thing, again the ranking in the Google My Business becomes challenging. Then nowadays, the chat GPT has also become very, very important. So people will write, suggest me the good preschools near my this thing. They can also write, compare these preschools and give me an analysis which is best for my child. Somebody will write, my requirement is to develop my child like this. So do you please suggest me which is the best preschool. So when it comes to the Google earlier internet, it was a kind of a search engine. So you are writing a small phrase, 2 3 words, or a small sentence. Now here, when it comes to the chat GPT, you are writing a lot of things, whatever you need, and the chat GPT will answer that. Now, chat GPT, where from they will get an answer? It is again linked to the web page. And in fact, not only the web page, there is another important thing which is a little bit more technical. So we have not covered it here, but we will definitely do that particular thing. That is about the backlinks and the PRs that we have. So that is also very, very important. Otherwise, ChatGPT will compare in a different way. A lot of information will not come. Next, the Meta, the Facebook and Instagram. All of us, we know that, but let us understand it fully, that how it can be effective for getting admission. The fifth onward, it is about the digital inquiry form that we have. I mean, this is what we have seen. We have the manual form. We just give it to the customer. Nowadays, nobody, I think the handwritings are also getting a little bad. So nobody is interested about writing. But when you give a digital form, they they just enter the things there, and it works out very fast. I mean, even if you have to write the email, the automatically prompt comes. If you have to write manually email, you have to really practice a good handwriting so that you don't make a mistake. So digital forms are very, very important. So we'll talk about that. Then the most important thing is that admission tracking app. So this is an app where we will spend a lot of time. I think what you are going to see today, it is, I mean, once you see, you will be able to say that But let me tell you, this is one of the best app that is being deployed. So you will see why I say that, and it is going to really amaze your customers, and it will also make your things much simpler. So we'll talk about that. But today we'll talk about how this admission tracking app, what it does, detailed training, one-to-one, along with Amar. We'll have it later on. All of you can have a one-to-one meeting there. It will be explained. This is a very, very important thing. I think you will see big change in your admission once you start using this particular app. The seventh one point here is the knowledge base. I'm sure all of you know about that particular thing. So in the knowledge base itself, we have added some of the content of admission counseling. So what was happening earlier, you need some information. There is an information and then you need it. You used to send us a message. We used to send information to you. Maybe there is a delay in sending that. But again, there are a lot more information that we have done which you do not know. So obviously you cannot ask for what you do not know. Here now we have created a knowledge base. I hope all of you have got your login credentials. So here everything is there. A lot of information, whatever work we are trying to do, we just archive there, and it is nicely there. You will definitely understand. And also you have the provision there. If you don't understand or if you have missed something there, you can always raise a ticket. So all those provisions is there. That knowledge base and ticketing we have already discussed. That is not going to be covered in today's meeting. Then, of course, I would like to highlight about the Bright course. That is the digital platform training platform that we have. There are many, many videos, how to talk to the customer, how the demo has to be there, how you do the center tour, how you explain various charts, how you try to put a polite pressure, how you get some probing questions to understand customer psychology. So a lot of examples are there. So, we are not going to cover that in today's training. That is not the objective. Objective is to tell you there is something, then you go for it and see that and equip yourself, train yourself. The ninth point that we have covered is a digital admission form. Very nice form. We will show it to you. Many of you are using it. I know that. In fact, most of you are using it. But again, there are some, I can see here, those who have not been able to use it. Maybe they are not also fully aware. So we'll just showcase that particular thing. And the last point, and last not the least, that is our Brightbeep app. So here the question comes, how many apps we have? Okay. Now, what I feel is that we develop the app for the purpose it suits. So we have got one app which is called a admission tracking app. So it is not with the parents of the children who are studying with you, because it is basically for the new customers where you have received the lead. So it is nothing to do with the parents of the children studying with you. But Brightbeep is something to do with the parents of the children who are studying with you, communicating with them, fees management and all those things. That also I will show it to you. And then we will also have a training one-to-one whenever you require it. And that also schedule will send it to you. So with that, I hope we have covered most of the things. Let us go ahead. Let me see how many of you have joined. Yes, everybody is there. So let me start showing to the next slide. And there we'll talk about, first we'll talk about the Google My Business. Yeah. So Google My Business per se, all of you understand that quite well. What is a Google My Business? That is not the objective of this particular meeting. But what we wanted to tell you that we have got a strong tool to understand, which we are not having earlier, of course. Now we have a very strong tool to understand the listing that we are doing. What is the quality of the listing? This is just a screenshot. Here you can see, I cannot annotate probably. you can, the last, but I mean, you can see some of the green and brown bars are there towards the end. Something red is also there. So here we get a kind of information. How is the quality of that particular listing? So once we know about the quality of the listing, so then we try to improve that particular thing. How to do that? That also we'll talk about, and which, of course, we will do that particular thing. It is not that you have to understand all technology. Your core business is the school running, and obviously you should do well there. So here we will take care of that. But you can see that we are measuring every day how is the score ranking for various people. So this is just a kind of input for us to understand and then tell you that you need to improve here. So what happens if you improve? Your page ranking improves. So whenever somebody is searching, it comes fast. So it is not that this only the review will matter, but there are a lot of things. In fact, there is a, I mean, the Google keeps on changing their algorithm. There is a lot of suspicion and a lot of talk about the reviews, that how many reviews is really the true representation of the customer's mind, or whatever at request it was a little bit influenced. So a lot of things are there. So the importance from the review to update of the Google My Business, it is shifting towards that. Otherwise, the most of the businesses, they were getting a lot of reviews, and that is what was considered. Now it is not only the reviews, there are a lot of other parameters are also being checked, and that is why the health score come, which we have a tool, and through that we see that. Now this is to just see that when somebody is 37.4%, as you can see in the beginning, so what all things have been there, what all things are not there, all those things are being monitored. So this is how we are going to do it. It is not that you really have to learn this. I just wanted to show it to you. Then there is another thing which is very, very important here. That is about the reviews and responding to the reviews. I mean, this is where is a big challenge. We do not respond to the reviews. Then again, it is a negative point for the center. So responding to the reviews are extremely important. So here, of course, whoever Google My Business we are managing, with your permission, that if you say that yes, you can review, if you can answer to the reviews, then we will answer that. Of course, if we see some review has come little sensitive, where we need a consultation, definitely we will consult. But if somebody is writing, I'm happy, my child has developed, this has happened, this teacher is very good, this environment is very good, this is how my child has developed. I mean, the standard things, if once they're happy, for that we need not go and again bother you again and again that we are answering, we'll answer it. But if we find there is something which needs a consultation, we'll get in touch with you, and then with your suggestion, we'll make the response to that. So this is another thing. Here you can see there are many, there are some of the centers who have authorized us. I mean, here only the addresses are there, names we have not given. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So here the names are not there, but again, you will see that we have started responding to that, so we can do it for everybody, and I think that we must do it. Okay, next is, this is where we get the data to understand that your centers are, how many of them are coming through the mobile search and mobile map search. There are two things you can see there. One is a mobile search, one is a mobile map search. Mobile map search means where the person who is inquiring about the center is looking through the map to find the direction. And mobile search means where the person has asked for a best preschool near me or whatever it is, and in that we have appeared. So these are two different things. So you can see that this is all being tracked. So all these tools, all these things we are not having earlier, we are building up the team. And because this is very, very important, because we cannot ignore that. So we have invested on the tool, we are investing, we are building on the resources, and then we make sure that we want to make sure that we do a good job as far as the Google My Business is concerned, so that the ranking improves. Next is that, you see, there are a lot of things to enrich our profiles. You can see between 1st of March to 1st of April, there's no update. I mean, maybe we have not updated, no update has come. So there is no post, no update, nothing has been given, which is a big negative. So unless and until we do that, the things will not improve. And for this update, we also require the update from you. Of course, when we have one-to-one meeting, our team will explain to you what are the ways, what are the various ways you can give us the update, what are the kind of samples of update, what do we mean exactly by updates, and all those things in the center. So this is very, very important. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, next, coming to this. So if you look at, say, again, we can understand that when somebody is searching, can you see this particular map here? This is for a particular center where we can see that when somebody is searching for the preschool in Yelahanka, Newtown, this is the name of the place. So here, our preschool, how does it rank? And that ranking is, it is in the grid. Can you see the ranking, how it goes? If the rank is more than 20, that is not here. So basically, yeah, our rank might come when it is very close to the center, it comes to 4. Then to this side of the people, it comes generally okay. But on the other side, you can see that the rank is 20 plus. So now we know that this place where it is coming 20 plus, that is not a residential area, that is a commercial area. Maybe it is not important to build up. So here we can see, and we can advise you also. This is within about 3.5 kilometer radius, 3 kilometer radius. That how is your, this thing is flaring, how is the Bright Kid name or your center name is standing when somebody is searching for it. Now, again, please understand that it is not that once you see this and this is final. If I see next day, it may change. So it is a continuous process through which we have to keep on putting our effort so that the ranking improves. The same way, if you look at here, daycare center, I mean, for the same center, when it is a daycare, because the daycare was not promoted through the various updates and various ways, the way it should have been, daycare should have been promoted as a product under that center. So the same center, when it comes, when somebody is searching for daycare center in Yelahanka, same center is not even coming in the 20 rank. So there are a lot of things that how you include, how you update. There's so many things are there. So now we have a team. We will take care of that. That is what I just wanted all of you to see, that there's so much of work is also involved in doing all these things, and it cannot be done unless and until we get the inputs from your side. And if we do not do it, the ranks will become worse. And it is not only the here I have not shown. Here also it gives us in analysis that who is 1 to 3. Suppose here it is 4. So who is 1 to 3? Who is ahead of us and who is behind us? So everything is possible in this. So we'll move fast. The other thing, if everything, whatever we try to do here, everything is basically in my business. It is linked with the how is our the website. That is also very, very important input for the Google My Business. Whatever, we may do a very good job in Google My Business, but again, if we do not link it proper, I mean, if the website is not proper, it will be a problem. If the website is not proper, because the ChatGPT learns from our website only. So if our website is not proper, ChatGPT does not learn. Of course, it learns from various backlinks. So if we do not have a good website and do not have a correct web page and things like that, then nobody learns about your center, and that is where the rank again goes down. So what we are doing it, of course, we have made the center web pages for everybody. Now, there is one change we have done is because of the mobile. Earlier, what we used to do is that we used to have 2-3 pages. So a person, it goes to the bottom of the page, again go to menu and click it. So now the website that is made, where also we have got the menu items like home, facilities, why your center name, faculty, programs, gallery, testimonials, blog, contact us, everything in one scroll. Now, why blogs? Blogs we are not having earlier because it will help us in getting the good ranking whenever we see the challenge. So here, I mean, here there is a, I mean, you can do one thing. If you are having a spare mobile phone with you, if you can scan this one, you will immediately see how the website really looks like. So here, all of you, whoever are interested, we can develop the website again. I mean, a lot of some inputs are required from you, but we can develop it following this particular template, because this is the template on which we are going to optimize for the search engine. So if it becomes a different template, it becomes very difficult for us to handle that. So here, if you have a spare phone, you can scan this and understand how this web, which is basically by scrolling, you don't have to keep on going to different page and all those things. You can keep on scrolling, and one by one, various things keeps coming, as you can see here. So this is what it is. If you are scanning, I will hold it. Otherwise, I'll move to the next page. Maybe I'll give little time just for you to see how the website will look like. Okay. Now, next is, this is as far as the Google is concerned. So web page and this web page is one thing. Your Google My Business is another thing. And the third thing, which is important, is the backlinks, that how many backlinks we are appearing and what is the domain authority of those backlinks. That has not been covered here. That will be done separately. So the backlink work also has to be done. Then the ranking will, obviously, it will improve. So that is all about the Google side of it. So next, I think we'll cover the social media part of it. And then we'll get into the actual tool of the admission tracking and the Brightbeep app and other things, how it works, and we'll talk about those. So next, I have Shilpa with me. Shilpa, can you now take over and explain about this thing? I will keep moving the slides here.
Sure.
If you can take over and explain whatever you wanted to talk about the social media part of it.
Sure. Yeah, we can move to the next slide.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You want me to switch off my video and have yours one, or
No,
is it
that's fine. That's all right.
okay?
So I think before we go into social media, I want to just highlight on how much social media, especially Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, how much it is being used. These are just some data about how much an Indian is spending every day on Instagram, WhatsApp, and Facebook. And the reason why you should know this, because I mean, when you think of ads, or when you think of where do you do your campaigns, or how do you get your more eyeballs at you, how do you get more admissions, how do you get more branding, how do you get people to know you more, then you can see that Instagram, WhatsApp, almost 20 hours on an average people are spending in a day in India as of last 20. This is last year's data. So a lot of the focus has to be done on what you're posting on social media. There are three objectives. One is it's also a backlink, so it also helps in ranking your page, or ranking your school, ranking your visibility on the internet. Number one is that, so that you come first. Second is that it helps you in terms of word of mouth branding in your area also. Then in terms of just how your school is, everybody should know, even if they don't have a child, they should know, okay, this is a school that is there, from that point of view. So that in terms of followers. And third, and the most important thing, is obviously the admissions and the leads and the enquiries that you get. that also can flow through social media as well if we do it correctly. We can move to the next slide. Yeah. Currently, you can see that we are already having, through our pages, we are having a follower base of 12,000 across two of our pages. Here we have whatever content we are pushing out is highly, all the descriptions, all the things that are written on the reels or the post is always the focus is to either say best preschool in so and so area or best preschool here or preschool, play school, LKG, UKG. The idea is to constantly populate with the keywords so that we are able to rank higher and higher. So you can see the follower base, and also when you rank higher and the visibility increases, your followers will increase. So if you're doing the right keywords and the right posting in the photos, in the videos, how it is edited, how it is done, if everything is correctly done, then you can increase your followers organically as well. That is without running ads. So you can, if the correct reels, correct trending music, correct trending words, correct trending issue, all of that is incorporated in your daily posts, then obviously you can rank much higher. We can move to the next slide.
If I can just add something here.
Yeah.
So thing is that here what happens, the BrightKit as such, we have a very huge base of followers. You can see that something around 6,500. Again, for the Brilla, which is, this is our education vertical, this is our materials vertical. So Brilla also has got something around 5,500. And here, I think Shilpa is going to cover it. But anyway, let me just mention, maybe she will explain you more. So if you look at last 30 days, something around 175,000, that is 175,000 views were there in our this thing. So what happens when we are going to post something on your behalf? We have asked many of you to share your Instagram credentials so that we can post it. The tagging will work very effectively. Anybody you go for the doing this particular thing, you will not even see the 4-digit in their followers. I mean, any agency or anything. So here what happens is the huge follower base that we have, which is a big advantage. So it will definitely, your school will go to so many people and it will create a huge follower base. I mean, that's all basically. Shilpa, I think rest you cover. I'll move to the next slide.
Yeah, I was, the next slide is about this. Basically, you had seen that there are almost 174,000 views in the last 30 days. So, and there are almost 800 interactions also. So you can see the kind of traction that our pages are having. So as a partner, you can obviously, when you collaborate with us in this, on the reels, in the posts, in all of your, whatever is happening in the school, your visibility will also increase, and Facebook, Instagram will show your reels more to people, because already it is already reaching so many people, already so much interaction is happening. So your level of growth, you will be able to grow your channel even faster. So that is the advantage here, because we've over the years we've put in a lot of effort into building this base as well. So we can quickly move on to the next slide.
Yeah, here also I'll add something. By the way, I hope it is not that we are meaning that your Instagram account will be our Instagram account. That is not the objective. You will have your Instagram account. So it is not that your things will come over here. So you will have a separate Instagram account, but there will be tag sharing. So what happens by that, the visibility, it increases. So of course you will have your own Instagram account, which will be basically earmarked for the geography that you are operating, so that you get the best out of the geography or your area.
Yeah, just to add more to what Sir had said, right? So you will be having your Instagram account. I'm just showing you how it will work. For example, you have here in this case, we have tagged Brilla and BrightKit together, so that way both the followers, your followers, and basically the traction is even more. So when you tag together, you can see Brilla and Brightkid. In this case, you can have Brightkid Yelahanka and Brightkid Mont also. So it can be both your Instagram channel plus our Instagram channel. We together collaborate so that the reel or whatever post it is, it reaches more people, it more likes, more interaction. Overall, it ranks much higher in the internet itself. So that is the advantage we have here when we collaborate across all posts, reels, whatever videos or stories that we are putting on Instagram. So you will have your own channel, we have our own channel, and then we collaborate to increase the traction. Yeah, we can move to the next slide. Now coming to Google, Google has launched a couple of new things apart from
Just 1 minute. So sorry for the interruption. On the previous one, just one more thing I just wanted to mention. See, basically what happens is that if you right now open your Instagram channel, you might find 66 followers, or you might find 226 followers. So this followers itself shows the strength. I mean, the parents will also see that particular thing in your area. So how do you increase the followers, number of followers? Of course, you can increase it to the more number of followers if you are able to show it to the more number of people. And that is where the tagging and the cross tagging with each other really helps. Because whoever are the people who are there in the Brightkid official or in Brilla, they all have children. So there may be different place, whatever it is. If they like your any of your presentation, any of your reel, anything, I mean, they like it and they start following you. So that is how you increase your number of followers. So having a kind of a less number of followers, it's a little bit of sign that why the center is not popular enough. So that is, for keeping that in mind, we are talking about the cross tagging, and we have got a huge number of follower base. So definitely your follower, this thing will increase pretty fast. Shilpa, I hope it is correctly whatever I have said.
Yeah, that is correct. Exactly. That's the point. So the more you have to increase your followers, it increases your branding in your area. Everybody should know you. And people, like I said, a lot of the eyeballs are on Instagram, Facebook all the time. People are in that only. So having that increase in follower base is also very important for the growth of the center in terms of admissions and branding. Yeah. Now Google has launched a new thing. I think you have noticed. Already sir has covered. You already have your Google business listing, but Google has launched, in order to further enhance your SEO and so you appear more on the internet. They've launched new things called products. They've launched updates also. Just like our Instagram, we put updates of reels, photos, videos. Here it fetches things from Instagram. So if you can see that it is fetching from Instagram the updates that are there, you can see all the kind of reels that are there. It is also fetching the products. So there are nursery, playgroup, LKG, UKG. You can check if these are already activated in your Google business listing, and you can, I mean, ideally we can work on this as well. Next, we can go to the next.
Just for the sake of understanding, the social media is the Meta, that is the Facebook, and the Google is a separate company, but there are a lot of cross things are flowing. That is what we meant by backlink and all, so that your overall ranking improves.
Yeah. Now Google also has done something called What's New. That is a section that they have included. So you post on Instagram with a photo and you also write some caption. Here also things need to be posted on Google. You can see that there is something called Admission Open that has been posted with the photo and the written. This has to be posted on Google itself. So this is done on the business page. So this has to be done it has to be done quite frequently, so that just like how you do Instagram and Facebook, this is another thing by Google. The more you do it, the more chances of your ranking being much, much higher and overall visibility of your center growing. Yeah, we can move on to the next slide as well. Yeah. Now coming to ads. Now, obviously, one is followers, one is your visibility, one is your general people knowing you. And next that we want to come to is people who have children, want to take admission, and they want to also, you want to reach that audience as well. So in that case, you can do targeted ads. We can do targeted ads, and you can see some of the ads that we are running. Here, basically, we can create the ads, and you can see that there are reel format ads, there are carousel format ads, and all of this with lead form. It can connect to your WhatsApp number. It can connect your, you can get a lead form. It can connect directly to WhatsApp. Somebody can directly look at the ad and message you on WhatsApp. So all of this is another feature. I mean, we are constantly releasing new ads so that, especially during this admission period, so that there is enough traction that you get across your at this season in terms of admission and inquiries. Yeah. Now, another thing you can see is this is related to the website, and also Meta and Facebook and Instagram all put together. If you search, this is images. If you search if let's say you search in best preschool in your area or best preschool in CIL layout, you'll see a lot of the images are Bright Kid images across, and there are some other people's images as well. But you can see the source from which it is getting fetched. So a lot of them is from the website. So how these images, and these are important, this actually helps in the ranking of the page. So how to tag the images, and this is across Facebook, Instagram, and the website. All images have tags behind it which are hidden, that needs to be constantly saying either best preschool in Bangalore, best preschool here, best preschool there, play school, a lot of other keywords that we need to keep putting in and feeding in the engine, so that in your area you're able to rank. And this actually takes, it's not something that happens overnight. This is it takes Google to understand for Google to understand this, for Facebook to understand it, it does take a couple of months. But if the feed is constantly done, then you will be, in the long run, you will see a lot of benefit. You don't have to run a lot of ads, and you can organically get a lot of people to call you, inquire for your preschool. So the long run benefits of organically focusing on this is quite a lot. Yeah. We can,
Right.
I think,
Yeah.
if you want to add.
Thank you, Shilpa. Yeah, I just want to add something. Yeah. So if you look at, this is just, I'm also seeing this today only, because Shilpa made this presentation, this part of it. So best preschool in CIL, I mean, just like that, if you try, CIL is a name of a place where we have a school in Bangalore, in Hebbal area. So here, if you just type that particular thing, and these are the photographs, images shown by this thing. So here what happens is the parent also gauge that, looking at the images, okay, how does it look like? I mean, that is, visual will give, one picture is worth 1,000 words or something like that. So here, if you see, I can see the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one is not ours, somebody else's center. Eighth one is ours. Ninth one is somebody, white color building is not our center. This thing. Then comes to the 10th one, which is our CIL layout. And then 11th one also is the CIL layout. So quite a few, excepting 2. I think the rest all has come from the Bright Kid CIL layout branch. So I mean, that is all, and then I'll move forward. Okay. So Shilpa, anything you would like to add on the social media? Or
No,
I start from here.
I just want to add that social media, Meta has come up with a lot of features, lot of things, lot of new things are with, especially with AI and the kind of visibility that is happening. Being aware of what to do on the internet correctly at this point is very, very important for ensuring overall, so you always rank. In being present on the internet right now is the most important thing. Your search, your ChatGPT, your everything, your social media, it needs to be the best, is what I would emphasize. It is as good as, it is even stronger than even putting a banner outside in your locality. It works much more strongly. So that is how I would like to end. That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Shilpa. And since you ended with a banner, I will just tell you, nowadays, I mean, this is what we All of us, we know that. We are not telling it is banner, board, all those things are not required. Of course, those kind of things are also required. But today, even if we put the person, if he is sitting in a car and in the back seat, he is looking at the mobile, not outside and reading at the pole that what banners are there. So it has become like that. So whatever we do, the digital presence is a fundamental. I mean, this is what all of us, all of you, including me, myself, I mean, being an entrepreneur, you have to understand the digital thing. If you are not there, you are really not making a good foundation for your business. It's an absolutely very, very important thing today. And the things are evolving. Chat GPTs are coming. So many other things also will come. So we have to keep in touch, in tune with all those development. We have to do it, and it's not so difficult. Now, what happens if we don't start doing that, and then after 2 or 3 years later, we realize that this is. Let me put my video on also. Yeah, after 2 or 3 years, we realize that we have not done it, and that is the time. If you try to catch up and pick it up again, you will find that 2-3 years of not giving the importance has created such a big gap. So it is making up becomes a very, very challenging thing. So this is a very important aspect to be taken care of. Okay, with that, since we have a limited time, let me go to the point. I think initially I started with the list of activities that we are talking about. So next point that we have is the admission inquiry form. So what is this admission inquiry form? This is the form where if any customer is filling up in the website, he will get this kind of a form, and you can also send this kind of a form. So this is if you look at the form, the whole color, it comes with your logo. If you want to see the complete form, if you have a spare, I mean, if you have the mobile phone available with you, just scan this particular code. Then because I have just put a small screenshot here. The entire form, if you want to see it, just scan this QR code and you can see the entire form. It comes with your logo, everything very nicely. It comes with your phone number and everything. So this is an inquiry form when the customer is not in your center. So once the customer visits, then the game changes totally. And now we are entering into the area of that. How do we do the admission tracking? How do we capture the leads? Whether it comes from the Facebook or Instagram, or it is a walk-in, or is somebody who has given you a call. Of course, if it comes a call, you have to enter it, the name of the person. So how does that work? So this is again this kind of inquiry from a lot of things we have done. So whole thing, if you look at our content part of it, every time, like our books, it is definitely going to impress and impress and impress. Okay, now we are entering into the admission tracking. So I do not know whether all of you can see it clearly. I am just trying to understand. Yeah. So here you can see there are leads. If somebody is coming in the Instagram, so it will automatically come to our admission tracking place. So you can see there's so many people. Somebody came at 7:15, this for various. I mean, this is the master where it comes. And this is what we see. You will also see in your dashboard. And by the way, this admission tracking, this thing, it not only works. I mean, it's not a training program for that, but still I'm just telling you the main features. It not only in the mobile, it is also in the web version. So you can, if you find that mobile, it is very difficult to type various things and all, you can look at in the web version. The same thing. I mean, here, what you see on the left-hand side, there is a line in between black color. What you see on the left-hand side, that is basically what you see in the web, and what you see on the right-hand side, that is the mobile version. Now, interesting thing is that you can categorize who has not been contacted, what is the follow-up required, note, everything is available. And you can also categorize as a groups, who has visited, who has not visited, what has happened, and everything. So when you see in the mobile, if the mobile, the right-hand side, the bottom, if you can see, there is a home, there is a capture, there is a follow-up, So how many people you have to follow up? There is a client. So this is how it goes, the content and all those things. So this is the tracking app. Of course, separate training will be there. Next is that looking to this one. This is just my name as an inquiry. So here, you get the complete details. You also get the timeline of the various activities. You can see the timeline on the top. You can see when it came, when the thank you message was sent. Then you see when we had sent the prospectus. You not only send the prospectus, it goes through the WhatsApp. You also see that whether the customer has opened it or not. When did he open it? For how much time it was viewed. So you can see that 42 second. In this particular case, it was a 42-second this thing. Then there was another collateral sent, how smart books work. So this was seen. I mean, this is just a test customer. It was opened 1 week back. It was seen for 1 minute, 16 seconds. So you get a complete insight of what customer is doing with your messages. And from there, you can understand that what is to be done. Now, if you look at in a mobile view, this is the web view. This is the mobile view. So mobile view, I mean, the same way. It was opened 1 day ago. Time spent was 44 seconds. This response, that response, and everything. So if you want to really see what is the kind of a message you can go to when the customer comes to your center, what you will have is you can see a QR code here. This kind of QR code, one QR code will be there on your table with a stand or whichever way you want to display your QR code, inquiry QR code for the visitor inquiry. So we have a manual process of this inquiry visitor, how to add and all those things. And this is a digital process. So if you have a spare phone, you can just scan it and see for yourself what the customer gets. Very simple. Just name, email ID, and the mobile number, and rest of the things you can add it, child's name, program, because it requires that deliberation, which level, and all those things. So that has to, it should be baked in a conversation. You should have a good content for the conversation also. So this is how it works. So you will keep a scan code like this. They scan and then it comes to you. If it is through this, if it comes through Facebook, if it is to be added manually, it can be added. So that is how it works. And then this is not a training program, so I'm just telling the features only. So next, let me show you. Can you see here? Here there are 3 screenshots are there. You can see in the bottom there is something called a content, because that content has become blue. The earlier one, if you look at, it was not seen here. Okay, so content has become blue. That means how we keep the content. Now, there are 3 types of content WhatsApp messages you can send. I mean, normal WhatsApp you can send is only a message with a link. So that is called a message. So if everything is like a message, the first one is, and there will be a lot of templates. Admission follow-up nudge. Means the customer has this thing, hope you are doing great. Just checking in to gently remind you, full message is there. So admission follow-up nudge. Client's name will automatically come. So you don't have to do anything. You just have to click and send it, which we are going to train you. Then the second type of content is the second screenshot. If you see, there are files, which is basically the files in terms of the BKMH, the BrightKit prospectus, program prospectus. So that goes. And then if there is something called the pages, and this is the real beauty. This is a really world-class messaging messages that goes. So here you can, I mean, we have given a lot of in the messages, what is our curriculum, what are the extracurricular activities that will be done, what are the how smart books work, what is the LKG program curriculum, where is the location. I mean, this location is, you have to give, when we will only do it, it will be exclusive for your center. Rest all these things. So there will be 2 types of template, which is basically called general, and there is something called a your center template, which is called a private content. That means you can only send your content to your this thing. So both the things can be developed and unlimited. And these are really, when you send this particular WhatsApp message, that is why I given that QR code. You can do it. I can send to any one of you. You can have a look, or once we complete the training, it's a really world class. So maybe I think I have one sample. This is the message you see here, the location map of Brightkit Kadgenhalli Bagalur, which is a private content, which is the last one here. If you look at how the message, what customer gets, if they scroll down, first they see this. They get a picture, location map. We appreciate your interest. This, all this thing. Here your school name, everything will come. These are all menu driven. This is for Brightkit Montessori House, Kadgenhalli. So obviously it has come with this name. And here, the center website. If the customer wants to know about the center website, there are many people who they are putting the children for the first time. Maybe they're very careful, want to understand, want to do more research. So they can see the website. Sometime back, I have shown it to you, some other centers' website. So particular website, your center website will go. Then comes the Brightkit program prospectus. That is the prospectus. Then goes the location map, complete location map. It is the middle one is the bottom of the first message, and then the third part is the where it is written shared by. Here your school name comes, your mobile number comes. If customer wants to make a call to you, they just click here, call. They want to send you SMS, they can send you SMS. They want to send you WhatsApp message. So everything. This is not like just sending WhatsApp message of something written and then some link is there. It is much more evolved and extremely, highly impressive as far as how it has been developed. So this is a admission tracking app, which of course we'll have a next meeting, and in that, whoever are interested, we can go ahead with the admission tracking app. And that is an extremely good app. It is there, and you must use it. This will really change the scenario of admission. Okay, now there are additional steps, resources. This is about something to tell you about our knowledge base. You must, many of you have started using it, but please use it exclusively. There are a lot of information. So you can see there is an admission. When it comes to admission, there is an admission counseling manual, which full manual is there. I am showing only the page number 8 or something in between. So there is a full manual is there. It talks about that how do you put a polite pressure, how do you ask some probing questions to the customer politely without offending or without making the things more sensitive. How do you basically do the little bit follow-up, probing questions, relationship building. How do you give them the confidence to the customer? It's a very, very detailed one, that how you should do the admission. So it is not only a manual that we have given. There is, of course, there is a training complete videos are also there in the our portal. So there you can see the videos and all these details which earlier used to ask someone, nobody is sending me and all those things. Everything is available. We request all of you to have your own Canva ID, and you can tell us. We will share the Canva file of this. You just have to put your logo and whatever little bit change you are doing it. So that is much easier for you to do, instead of telling us what is to be done and then telling us it is not done properly or this color to be changed. Independently, you yourself can just make the change, take a print, move ahead. And then all the curriculum chart, everything is available in this particular knowledge base. So if you look at the curriculum chart, I don't know how many of you are using this particular curriculum chart. Here is a QR code given. If you scan the QR code, because I have only shown the small curriculum chart. So if you scan, you can get all of them. See that they're very impressive. You should print it, laminate it, and keep it in your center. So many of you are doing it, so I'm not spending more time on that. Then coming to our training portal, here we have the center head training, which has got about 107 lessons. So in the chapter 2 is on the admissions. So in the admissions, we have all these things, admission step 1 to 5. Then there is a quiz, how to do it. Everything is in the video form. So you can get a clear idea of what is to be done. So here, as far as the BrightEdge is concerned, it is an ocean of information. You have to find it out what you require and use it. You have our ticketing portal. You can get into the ticketing portal and ask that this is exactly what I am looking, we'll help you out. But the amount of information, being just a preschool early childhood education company, the portal, the content, knowledge base, tools are quite well developed, and lot of things are there. It depends on your interest and your the person who is doing it, their ability to make it a successful. This is about, once all this we talked about, the this one, admission tracking. This is a student registration form. That is here also, the student registration form, it comes with a auto ID generation. So all these things will get automatically generated. If you say that then I don't need any student registration ID to be generated for my center, we will do that particular one. This is only a first 2 lines, because in the screenshot, that much only I could show in this presentation. If you scan this one, you can see the entire registration form. This is again a world-class, a detailed registration form, very colorfully made, and the people like it. I mean, initially they talk with you, they do the admission, and once they get a registration form, so they like it. Yes, I'm just dealing with a very quality conscious or very savvy center. Okay, now we have come to the last part. Almost it's going to be 1 hour, and that is why, this is about the BrightBeep this thing. Of course, after this, please stay back and ask your questions wherever you have the questions, because everything we just started telling, and to the extent detail that is possible in this limited time, we have tried to cover that. So this is again a kind of an app. So this app, what it does is basically the message sending to the messages, sending notices, notice board. The notice means, like you can see, the last one is a notice, sports day invite letter. It has to go through a graphics and this thing. And when it goes to the parent, you have a button called acknowledged or not acknowledged. So you know exactly whoever has done seen this, and acknowledgement and all those things. So this is again a matter of training, which we'll do. Many of you are already using this particular thing. So let me go to the next one. So this is what you saw. This one. These are the various screens, mobile screens, kind of a thing, 3 screens. So this is what the customers, the parents, they get to see. It appears on the screen. But as far as you are concerned, you are not working on the app, because it is very difficult to enter in sometimes in the app and this thing. So you have a web version. You do the entry in the web version. So you will have a screen where you can add student, you can use directory, fees management also will come, messages, notice board, all these things that you can do. So this is for the parents whose child is studying in the school, in your school. So again, we are coming to the fees management part of it. Here, you will get a dashboard where you can see the name, email, phone number, class, current due, fees due, total paid, and all these things are there. By the way, our fees management system is, we can do it. We also have a Razorpay where we can create, as a merchant, and we can create you as a sub-merchant where the amount will be routed through our merchant account. But we are not doing that. We are giving you complete freedom to collect the full amount yourself with your preferred link, unlike other apps. But if you want that, no, I would like to follow the Razorpay thing, sub-merchant, there is absolutely no cost to become a sub-merchant. It will, whatever is the amount that merchant gets, same amount gets transferred to your account immediately. There is no difference as far as the amount is concerned. There is no difference that the some amount will be kept with a merchant account and sub-merchant will get less. So there is zero retention with the merchant, and the entire thing flows to the sub-merchant account. So that can be done. That is not a problem. But at this moment, we have not doing that particular thing. It will create a confusion, and we also do not have so many manpower to, if you ask for a reconciliation, whether the entire amount has come or not come, and all those things to do all those accounting janjat. So here you have a template. You create a template nursery fee to 2025, and where you name the template, and then you keep this thing. What is the template fees? All those things you can registration, annual, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Then you can do it in the web also. I mean, then when you take the student admission, you make the student admission. You select the fee structure automatically. Then you add the installments. What is the percentage discount you have given? So you can mention, it will automatically change to that value. Then you can write, okay, the customer has agreed to pay on 14th of April to pay 11,000. That means the day admission, that is tomorrow here as far as this is concerned. So on the 2nd of June, the customer has agreed to pay on 7,500. Like that it goes, and exactly on that particular date, the reminder goes. Suppose the customer in the first installment paid only 10,000 rupees, and the reminder goes, 1,000 is due on 2nd of June. Whatever reminder goes, there 7,500 plus 1,000, so 8,500 reminder will go with your payment link and all those things. There is a welcome letter. I just forgot to include it here. In this, actually, honestly, we are doing a lot of work on this particular thing and get some of the AI tools also in this particular thing. So there is some amount of improvement going on, but it is live. You can start using it straight away. And 2nd of August, customer has to pay. All these things are kept in this thing. So you get a clear reconciliation, what payment has come and what has not come. So that is all about the Brightbeep and all the things that we discussed today. So I go back to the page 1 just to see, reconcile whether I've covered. Yes, we talked about the Google My Business web page, how the ChatGPT will influence in future, admission, Meta, part of it. Shilpa covered it. Digital inquiry form, you saw. Admission tracking app, you saw the features. Knowledge base, most of you now you understand why this knowledge base and how it can help you. And then Bright Course training program, what all things are there, digital admission form, and the Brightbeep. So we have already, I can see that it is 1 hour 15 minutes. Maybe we waited for 5-10 minutes in the beginning. So with that, I think I am more or less through. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye.